Let's see if it's working. Okay. All right. Okay. So how are you? Everything okay? We finally, made it. Because we trying to, meet for like a couple of days now, and I couldn't meet. I was tired. I was podcasting left and right. I also get a
Yeah.
little, cold and everything. So everything is okay now. And I told you we had to, meet and talk about what you discovered, because it seems very important, very very important, because it's unpublished so far. There's no such thing on the internet. I checked, I double checked, triple checked. There's nothing like what you discovered.
Oh yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what you do. Where do you live? Where are you at? You live in the States? Oh no, in Canada. Yeah, in
Yeah,
Canada, right?
Canada. Yeah, I'm in Western Canada. I guess you'd be. Yeah, I'm in the middle of Western Canada. I guess. Yeah.
So what's your job? What are you doing for a living?
Just I'm on benefits right now. I got some health issues I got to deal with. So yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's
Just
cool.
just kicking the crap out of the falsified lies out there.
Yes,
That's what I'm
yes,
doing.
I've seen your car and everything. You like hardcore activist, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. This is
Yeah.
good. This is good.
You betcha, man.
So tell me something. So okay, you like to observe the skies and everything, and then you took your binoculars, and then you combine binoculars and cell phone, and
Yeah.
you managed to get like pictures that nobody ever seen
Oh
before.
yeah. Yeah.
So I've seen those pictures. We're gonna show them soon. But the
Yeah.
thing is that the question that I have is that how come the stars are there for like thousands of years? So how come you didn't find that before? How come you just discovered that like recently?
Yeah.
Is it hard to get this kind of pictures? You need some certain conditions or something?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good question. So the whole thing with telescopes is you see everything, and you're not focused in on a single star or a single part of the sky. I want to see this much of the sky,
I get.
not the entire sky. So with I went through the process. I had my P900 back in the day. I went to the P1000. I was recording stars just like everybody else is, with all the humidity in the air, getting all the watery effect uh, due to the moisture in the air. And so I eventually came out, uh, moved out to a smaller town, started talking to some new people, and they were suggesting, Mike, you need to go look at the Milky Way with binoculars. So I went out there and did that once, and I couldn't believe it because I've always grown up in the city, So
Yeah.
I'm I'm viewing the Milky Way, and I'm like, holy moly!
Mhm.
And at that point, I was also seeing those lights that everybody sees too. These lights flying through the sky, and I'm just like, and they were way up there, like right in the Milky Way, and I'm like, what the heck are these lights? So from that point on, that was on my mind. I said to myself, I need to record the stars, I need to record these lights, and I need to figure out how to do it clearly. So, or at least more clear than I have been, because the Globies were saying, no, your pictures are out of focus, Mike. Your stars are out of focus. And I'm like, why are they saying this? I'm like, I'm the one taking the picture. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm focusing on, but they keep saying it's out of focus. And I'm like, so it took me a while to think about that. And I'm like, okay, maybe they are out of focus, but they're not out of focus. It's the moisture that the camera or even the binoculars, which I moved to now, is trying to penetrate to record that star in the sky. So at that point, I'm like, okay, let's do this. So I went through my buddy's telescope. So we went through. We were experimenting. We went with a hunting scope, like a monoscope type of deal that you would spot a deer way in the distance with. That wasn't working. So then I was like, okay, well, let's try ordering a little monoscope that's like 6 or 7 inches. uh, from Amazon. I tried that. It was kind of working, but it's too small, too shaky. I needed something big and just more stable. So I went on to buying two more sets of binoculars, and that changed everything. I'm like, holy cow! Now I can see the sky. Now I can see these lights. Now I'm recording these lights. Now I'm recording the stars. But it took me a while to figure out what I was still recording too with the binoculars, because they still weren't. Well, I was assuming they were clear. I thought they were still just blobs of light, but now they're just more clear blobs of light. you know, and so um,
So that's my question. Like you're talking about moisture, because I'm not an
yeah,
expert in all that thing, and it's all new for me. So I'm
yeah.
just asking: is there like moisture in space, like up there, or is the moisture here on Earth? You cannot track.
Yeah, we're here. We're at the bottom of the pool. We're at the I don't know, whatever it is, wherever the according to me, wherever the cloud layer is, the ceiling, that's where the moisture stops. At
Okay,
least
yes.
going up. So we're in that moisture that has to get out of the way in order to see these stars. That's why all these uh, um, observatories are in mountains and high elevations, because they're out of that moisture, and that's what I'm hoping to do in the future too. But I've been to an observatory once before, um, and I have shown them my star videos. And when I did that, they immediately wanted to leave where we were. We were at the observatory. So it made them very uncomfortable for them to see what I was recording. And so, yeah, that's what we're kind of moving on to throughout this stream. We're going to show the stars. We're going to show the videos. We're going to show finally the firmament, because I've actually, over time, I've figured out from going outside all the time, doing all this work, I keep questioning myself on everything I'm doing. Okay, so I'm recording the stars, I'm looking at the firmament, or I'm looking at the Milky Way, and I'm like, okay, so I know how to use my phone with night mode. Samsungs only have this. iPhones don't have it, and so I'm thinking to myself, why don't I try night shot mode, because it takes a still image, and it takes the whatever what's the term I'm looking for
The environment, the what?
the capture of the picture, and I think it counts down from 3 or 4 seconds, so it
The
stabilizes.
aperture, the
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, the aperture. So it's so it allows me to step away from the phone. I do a voice command for my phone to take pictures, because I noticed every time I tapped the phone, that
yeah, it
that was
moves.
it immediately was taking that snap night shot mode. As soon as I touched the phone, I was like, I can't do this. I'm getting a little bit blurry, a little bit shakiness in the camera. So I'm like, that's it. I got to do voice commands. So now I step away from the phone. I say cheese. The phone takes a picture, and I review my picture, and voila, there is the firmament. and so I was like, okay, well, let's take more. Let's move the binoculars over here. Let's move it over here. Let's move it over here. But it seems to be like, as long as there's a big population or a gathering or a cluster of stars, like the Milky Way, I'm going to move on to probably other clusters of stars, and eventually over time too, and try that option too. So maybe I'll get different areas of the sky. But the Milky Way works so easy for taking pictures of that within the firmament too. It's really astounding. And of course, we'll be seeing these pictures on the live stream today. And I'm hoping everybody's going to be out voicing the word that they've seen the firmament now. and I've captured it. So we need to get this out there in YouTube land and get it on some other platforms and streams and go from there. But yeah,
So that's interesting to see that you had to work hard, just to figure out
yeah,
how to, how to film all this.
yeah,
It's very that there is no, like, an easy way to, like a program or an application or something, and just like just press one button and just, like, does
yeah,
the job. Now you have to figure it out. You have to,
yeah.
that's
Oh,
crazy.
sure. Yeah,
And what's crazy is that, what you found out was like binoculars and, a cell phone.
yeah,
People with like big, telescopes,
yeah.
didn't
Oh,
find, or maybe they found, but they don't, diffuse it. I don't know. They don't say anything about it. But, officially, nobody found that. There's NASA, took
yeah,
pictures, of the of the galaxies. All bullshit. It's all, it's all CGI. We know that. So cartoons, but nobody ever came up with that. So the question is this for me: is that, is there like is there a reason you think why this hasn't been, published so far? Because I don't believe that you're the first one that discovered that. I believe other people, with the
yeah,
means, they know those things, but, they kept it from, being published. So
yeah,
the question is that, what's so disturbing for them to show that? Well, I tell you, we're gonna show you pictures soon, and what I realized, the first thing I saw, that I realized when I saw your pictures is actually you see that there is no depth. That
yes,
means
yeah,
that the stars are like, like diamonds on a piece of cloth. And I believe this, of course, this this kills all their theory that, you can go to space and to Mars and come back, and this, and that the stars are very distant. Actually, they might be much closer than what we think. And I believe there are many good reasons not to have ever published that kind of information. So that's interesting. Tell me, as do you have any? What can you show us now?
yeah, 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 yeah. And so I'll just answer you quickly. I'll just
Yeah,
add to what you said there too. So
yeah,
the um in relation to other people not getting what I'm getting, so I'm gonna leave the
yeah.
whole flat Earth community out of it for now. But in relation to astronomers, anybody to deal with the government, they're obviously lying to us. Even if they
Of course.
obviously know, they have to know what the stars look like. They have to. I don't know if it's going to be fed out to everybody because I've talked to some astronomers and they seem to be ignoring the whole thing, thinking I'm loopy. Of course, they're just fed the same BS that we've been taught too. So, um, yeah. And in relation to the truth community, I'm out there figuring this out. So I don't want to stay at this level, at a normal level. I want to keep climbing within the truth community and going further and further and further in what I'm trying to do. I'm only getting started at doing what I want to do.
That's exactly my agenda. My agenda
Yeah,
is just to go up, to go to the next level, and just to progress, not to
yes,
stay at, with our knowledge.
exactly.
What has been done already in the Flat Earth community is like amazing. The
Yeah,
informations we have, it's crazy.
yeah,
But of course, now we have to use this information. We have to use them, in order to, to keep on going. So what's going on now? So we have to
yeah,
fight. We have to.
exactly. Yeah,
So that makes sense.
yeah. And then
So
I
that's
think
my policy. Go
yeah,
ahead.
and I think you allow me to share. I know how to do it on my end, but I think you
Oh, okay. So I don't know all these machines there.
yeah, I don't
I
know.
have to allow you to share. Okay.
Like I
Uh,
can I can share my screen right now, but you have to put it up there yourself too. Yeah.
okay. I don't know where it is.
Is there something that showed up on your bottom of your screen there? Maybe with
I,
me stating that I want to share. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I think does that look better?
yes, here we go. That's
Oops.
your. Yeah.
Oh,
That's it. So yeah, it recognizes you as like another member. Okay, no problem.
push the wrong thing here. Get rid of this junk. What is this? Get out of here. Yeah. Okay. So let's go to where am I going? So we're gonna start with the pictures first of the stars. So let's go to Banjo's thing here, and my file folder here with the stars. So I'm going to start back with, let's start with this one. This is what P1000s and P900s are catching as stars through all of the humidity and moisture in the air. So this is a star, but it's not clear, not even close to being clear. Just to give people an idea of what
it's just like it looks like it just caught that star in motion. That means like
yeah,
some
exactly. It's all
or
the
moving or shining or something. So it's like
yeah, they are twinkling or they're a frequency, but the problem is it's all the moisture in front of it is the problem. And so there's another picture of another star that I've got, and these are all my pictures too from the past, and I've learned from making my mistakes and moving on.
you know
So
that I have a P1000. I bought a P1000 like a year ago. It
yeah,
was the last P1000, in Elat in Israel. There was no more because I know they discontinued it. So I went and I bought it, but I don't even know how to use it. I never used it. I
yeah,
use it a little bit. So
yeah,
that's me. But I have it. It's okay. It's here.
yeah,
Well, one day I'm gonna have to use it. Okay.
yeah.
So
And then moving on to a somewhat clear night with binoculars. This is the
okay,
this is the star Sirius. Okay.
that's serious. Well, that's
Yeah,
a big star. Yeah.
yeah, and then again, you can. I'm pretty sure this is the firmament. It kind of. It was not a clear night, so this looks like the pictures eventually that I'll show you later on. But this is what the star Sirius looks like when there's lots of humidity. We've got 80% humidity in our sky still in the winter here, so it's
Yeah, there's a comment of Clayton 300 that tells me that there's just that lots of telescope agencies they put telescope in desert area where there is less moisture. See,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
also interesting. So
yeah.
if you want to come in Israel, we have a lot of desert area. You can come, no problem.
So yeah, just moving on. So working up to the next picture. So this would have been let's say I was recording Venus or the Star Series for 5 or 6 nights. Okay,
Mhm.
this would have been a year and a half ago. So moving on to the next star picture when the night is clear. That would have been this one at the bottom here. So this is the star Sirius here on a clear night. I don't know what the humidity is going to be that night because I didn't record that night of the humidity. I didn't mark it down what it was, but this is what the star Sirius starts to look like on a clear night.
Yeah, well, that's already much different.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like whoa,
Yeah, you
whoa.
bet. Yeah. And so I call them frequencies because that's what it kind of looks like to me when they're doing their dance in the sky.
Just like
Uh,
waves. It's
yeah,
like
yeah. This goes in and out, and there'll be another top piece that we just can't see here, but we'll see it on the next picture here. This frequency goes in and out, in and out, in and out, just every probably 2 or 3 times a second or whatever it is doing. And I have a yeah, here's a this is a clear picture here. So that's the star Sirius again. And then so you can almost see a wedge, almost like something here still. So I don't know if the firmament is dripping down or if the star starts here at this white dot because it shows up in my videos and pictures here, this white dot. Um, to me, that seems to be like a non-secure, like it doesn't seem like a strong connection there. I think the firmament dips down and then creates this and this. So that this would be the outlet, like outlet of the energy. That's what I'm calling it.
yeah. But
Uh,
I tell you something. I'm watching that picture you use, and I don't know what to think. Is it like a machine type, or is it like a life form type? It
yeah,
looks like it could be like some of those butterflies that shine in the in the dark there. It looks like a like an animal. I know that it's not, but well, there it'll be hard to accept that those
yeah,
things could be like alive. But it's funny. Looks like something alive. Looks like
Yeah,
something,
yeah. Maybe there's some intelligence to it. I have no idea.
or
But
maybe there is like
yeah,
some kind of a high tech biotechnology, something. I don't know. There's
yeah,
something here.
yeah. Oh,
There's
yeah.
something here.
Yeah,
But since it's not moving, it's staying in the same place, right? In that sheet. No, it's not moving.
yeah. No,
Like it's everything is moving together, like the way we started to understand.
yeah,
But individually, those things don't move, of course, because if they were moving, actually, it will screw up the all
yeah,
uh, time frames of reference and everything that we use these stars for. So that's interesting. That's interesting.
yeah. And then
We have so much to learn. We have so much to understand.
oh, I
We've been
know. Like it's
we've been lied on so much things for so long.
yeah.
So we have to rediscover everything. It's crazy.
And so this is a better picture to show how that wedge comes down. So
Wow, wow, wow.
this looks like the firmament. You can compare that with the pictures I'm going to show you later on.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know. I think this part here on the left, this part here is this because it doesn't show up in this video for some reason.
Because maybe it was like like shining like this, like blinking. So you
Yeah,
caught it when it was down. It's not it's
yeah.
probably something like this. But I've seen those pictures already, and now you show them to me, and I'm still amazed. Like every time you show them to me, it's like
Oh,
wow,
I
and
know.
I
Yeah,
know them, I can't help it. It's like wow,
yeah. I
and
know.
it makes me angry. It makes me angry to see that we've been hidden all this. It's like
Exactly. Yeah, and then if you go to Google, they'll never show you this. They'll never show you this.
of course not, of course not.
According to Google, like a white looks like a white LED light in the distance is what it looks like, but not even close.
It's
Everything
crazy.
on Google is just a big lie. And so then if we move on to some other stars, oh, I did. Yeah, where's that? Did I put it in here? I moved it. Oh, it's probably in the other one. Um, Yeah, that'll be a side by side. Yeah, I put it in that. I sent myself that picture that I showed in Ironworks, the side by side
Yeah,
comparison
yeah.
of the moon and the firmament. So we'll look at that one later when we get to the firmament pictures. Um, and then is this the clear one for Polaris? Nope, not that one.
So let me let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
Those
there we go.
pictures have been taken, of course, at nighttime, so it's clear. Now, what happens, when you get close to morning, so what do they slowly disappear? Like it seems, logic, or something happens, or what?
Yeah, I've never done that. I should record the stars as the
They're
sun's.
fading away, yeah, to see if they stop blinking or they just like,
See what happens, what they do exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think they're probably just there all the time, and the sun just overpowers the light. But this one right here, this is Polaris. I don't know why it looks like a spool or a spindle. I don't know why
yeah,
it looks
yeah, yeah.
like this. I just record the videos and take the screenshots. So I will hopefully get this more clear because I want to get this. This looks kind of smudgy, the light. So Polaris does not uh, do a frequency dance like the star Sirius. It's more like a continuous frequent. I wouldn't even call it a frequency. Like as if you're looking at an arc. Like when you've got an arc of electricity and it's
Yes.
continuously arcing. Just continuously.
So wait
Uh,
a second. What are you saying is that they are not behaving like all the same? Like they're like they have different
yeah.
behaviors?
Yeah,
Whoa.
exactly. Yeah, there's at least a half dozen different stars that I've noticed. 4 or 5, 6, something like that. I haven't come up with a number yet, but there are different stars for sure. At least 5 or 6 of them, anyways. Um, so and then we can move on to this is the star Betelgeuse. Um,
Yeah.
again, it's not 100% clear, but it's pretty damn close to getting there. Um, and this would be left of Orion's belt, um, one of the big bright stars left of Orion's belt, and
Well, it looks. I told you last time in the last podcast. My my job is to I'm an independent, so I have a small company, and I sell, LED lights to, stores, and so
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
LED strips and floodlights and everything. And actually, it reminds me, a little bit, the principle of the LED light, which is like a square like this that's being lit, and then you have like two exits, that is the minus and plus, negative and positive. So now I see on one end you have here, a clear, bright, thing that goes down there. So I will say that's there's a lot of energy going down, and
yeah.
then up there is less energies. Maybe it could be like maybe I don't know. I'm just like thinking because we don't have enough information, so to think with. But anyways, maybe it can be like also a lower energy,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
like a negative current or something. I don't know, because something has to keep those things lit up.
yeah, sure. Yeah.
So energy has to come from somewhere.
And then so moving on to, and then again, so the bigger stars like Capella, Sirius, they will all look the same. So this is the star Capella. So that kind of looks the same as Sirius. It just didn't dispose out the bottom here to get that funnel shape. But that's 100%. And that was filmed on the same night. That was November 2020. Whenever I took that other picture, this one here. Did I write down the date on this? No. Yeah, whenever it was in November of 2023, because last year was 24. Yeah, 23. So and I should have recorded Polaris that night, but I didn't. So yeah, and so yeah, just saying that all the bigger, brighter stars like the Sirius, Capella, Vega, Arcturus, they're whatever is big and bright, and I'll explain that in the firmament pictures too. The bigger, brighter stars that have kind of rainbow colors to them. I'm not sure what else to show you here. They're basically all the same. We've got some double star. Where's that double star picture I had? Here, that one's not clear, but there are stars that are always side by side. So these look like kind of like staple holes in a piece of paper. That's the only way I can describe them. These ones, and there's lots of these side by side.
What is that? Those are stars too, no?
Yeah, these are stars. Yeah,
Wow.
and I've got some that are, some of them are literally on top of each other almost.
Mhm.
Some are far apart, some are close, but there's always doubles of. I've got better pictures of that. I gotta find those and send them to myself. I'm not happy with those ones, but like this one here. What is this? Yeah, here's another flat one. See how that's flat? Like it looks like a hockey puck or something, you know?
So they have different behaviors. They have different shapes.
Yeah, yeah. I think some of them are, well, yeah, I don't know. Some of them, maybe some of them don't have frequencies. Maybe they just got the center point. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to get some better, clear pictures, at least in my eyes. Of I have where's those ones that are on top of each other? I don't have that. This is just another star, I think. Yeah, see, this is I don't know what this was. I think this might have been Venus, I think, at one night, I think. Or I can't remember. Yeah, maybe. That see, I think that was taken with night mode. But again, that's not 100% clear. That's a lot better than a P1000 would do, but at least you got something there to look at and think about. I think that might have been Venus. I'm not sure, but I think I just took that. Let's see when I. Yeah, 20. Date taken 24. Oh no, that would have been okay.
Oh, and also something for the record. So when did you take these pictures? Like it was like this year, last year. Like how
Yeah.
old are these pictures
Okay. So yeah,
in general?
all within the last year and a half.
I get you.
Yeah, yeah. Most of them would have been last year. because
And tell me something. Since I didn't see that because I'm very active on the net, and I've never seen these pictures. I wanted to ask you a question. Have you ever tried to publish those, or go to some live streams, podcasts, and people just didn't accept you, or didn't want to
yeah, no,
publish
a
you?
lot of, yeah, a lot of people are. I think I don't know if they're I don't know. I think they're kind of married to their P1000 pictures and videos. Um, like I said, I'm just so happy that you and Ironworks and Banjo are the only three that have gotten me
Well,
on the
I
show.
tell you something. Just give me a favor. If you went to like flat Earth, channels that refused, to diffuse those pictures, or that refuse to have you into their podcast to diffuse these pictures, just let me know who they are. It's
Yeah, yeah,
interesting
yeah.
because
Well,
anybody, any flat earther should just jump into that and diffuse them. I don't believe that it's a scam. I don't believe you just just
yeah.
stage all that.
Oh,
So
exactly.
you seem like a very very simple and true guy and true flat earther. So there's no problem.
Oh,
But
yeah.
but that has to that has to be diffused. That has to be published because
Yeah. Oh,
it proves, it shows that again there is no depth. This is one of the, I believe, the
yeah.
best proof you have so
Oh,
far
sure.
that there
Yeah,
is no depth. I don't know any other better proof. So it's very
yeah.
important. So
Exactly. I just came up with that. I think within the last year, I started saying that I started looking at stuff and I'm like, you know what? There's no depth to these crazy ass
exactly,
stars,
yeah. Just then
and that
show us
literally destroyed me. Yeah.
show us that that sheet, that the firmament, like because we're talking about it because I
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
saw those
Yeah.
pictures, but most people don't maybe know what I'm talking about. So maybe you can
Yeah.
show us what it looks like, because you can see clearly that it's something thick,
Yeah.
that is
Exactly.
something
I'm
this
yeah.
is
I'm
amazing.
gonna do that just as soon as I show a couple of videos of the stars because we were talking about them. Here's this one. So that's just a quick video. We'll go through this, and there's Crystal. Hello, Crystal, in the chat. And so yeah, this is this, and then I can, I'll just pause it, and we'll go frame by frame. Hey, so you can see how the frequency goes in and out.
Yeah.
So that's 2 frames. I went 1, 2, and then I'll go back 1, 2, and you can see how it kind of collapses on itself and then explodes. Yeah, and in relation to getting onto channels, that's what I know. I know you were busy the other day, but I
Yes.
would really like to get onto to Vic's live stream there. He's always so busy with Antarctica. He needs to take a break from that because that's just a distraction. Antarctica.
Well, I'll tell you something. You're right about this. It's a distraction to believe that
Yeah,
this whole thing was just to make you believe that there is a 24-hour sun. Antarctica
yeah.
is much much deeper than that. That there are
Oh,
deeper
sure.
objectives to
Yeah,
this. Just to divide us. To and the thing is also that when you look at a TFE, all those red flags, all those anomalies, around that, footage that they gave you. Well,
yeah,
we should also analyze the anomalies and red flags of the people reacting to that. Like, we have, like, again, like, flat earthers, like, veterans, people that were there like for a long time, like, Mark Sargent, like David Weiss, and we see that those people are just like, it seems like to turn on flat earthers. They're just like acting like, everything's okay. There's no, everything is debunked. It was a real thing. So, we have also to analyze this. This is also red flags. All this is like also abnormal. The reaction is not normal. So it goes beyond just like, trip to Antarctica and just like, showing,
yeah, yeah.
screwed up footage. It goes beyond that. Yes. Okay. So now what do we see here?
Yeah,
The
so here's the Milky Way, and obviously the firmament. As you can see here, we've got some kind of a structure
Yes. So
Here.
yes, zoom in because that's very important. You can see.
Yeah. Yeah. These. Yeah. You can.
Wow.
Yeah. It's literally. It looks like cement or dirt or something.
The, well, the thing that seems to confirm that there's no depth, and these stars are like just put on something like solid, is that there are shadows.
Yes.
It seems like there are shadows, like on the
Yeah.
moon. There are shadows.
Yeah. Right
So
here. Yeah.
this clearly shows that those things are not in space the way we believe so far, the way they want us to believe.
Yeah.
Now again, we don't have enough information at that point, but we just can only notice what we have. But it looks like it's crazy. you know Here I'm in Jerusalem, so I'm a Jewish traditionalist, so I'm learning the Torah in the original scriptures in Hebrew. And I've been trying to find out in the Torah where there'll be a notion of, like, darkness, thick, the way we see it.
Oh
And
yeah.
actually, there is a very known comment in the Torah about the darkness of Egypt. It is said in Hebrew that darkness in Hebrew it's called Hosher, but that darkness in Egypt is called Hosher Afela, which is a very, very hard, tough, darkness. So, okay, maybe it's allegoric. I have no problem about this. But, most of our scholars do comment that the obscurity, the darkness at that point there was so thick that you could touch it. It's
Oh yeah.
solidified.
Yeah.
So, okay, we're talking like an event. We're talking about like comments of, wise scholars about an event in Egypt, and maybe it's all that is allegoric, but it's there. There is a notion of darkness that can be thick in the Torah. So
Yeah.
here we go. Maybe it also refers to that what we're looking at here is crazy.
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
Wow, it is important.
Yeah, no, it's I know that's what I mean. Like it's nice that to get on a few of these channels and you guys talk back and forth and just let everybody know, and they can contact me and I'll
Of course, that's on
yeah,
the record. That's it. As long as
yeah,
you come
it
into
is,
onto our channels, it's going to be, even if it's small
yeah.
channels. My channel is a very small channel, but it's like, it's been watched,
Oh, sure.
and it's on the record. So it's that's what we have to do. We have to shed light onto these discoveries. This is, to my mind, is too important. That's why when I saw that,
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
understand quickly that I had to have you on.
Oh, yeah, and then so I'm gonna go to a more clear picture here. Let's go to, oh, there's my two stars. So yeah, there's these two stars literally right on top of each other. They're very fuzzy, but you can tell that there's two objects there. Here, let's. I guess I can do this one. So this picture here, this is what I mean. So, when you guys were asking me the other night about like the size of these stars, that's a good suggestion to take pictures of lights, down the highway or down the road or whatever, to try to figure out what size these are. But in relation to like the star Sirius, the one with the frequency on it, I'm
Yeah.
talking about stars like this one here, because you can see that there's color to it, eh? And possibly like all these ones here are too tiny, like there's no color to them. So I don't. So those would be classified as different stars to me.
Just 1 second. Up. Sorry. My wife just got in, so I had to go and open the door. Yes,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, again, like these bigger or the rainbow, the colorful stars, like this one here,
Yes.
these three, those would look like the star Sirius, and then I don't know what these other whitish looking stars would be, but maybe someday I'll figure that out. Actually, I'll
Well,
so
apparently, just the bigger stars, because those are the stars we see the most easily, right?
yeah,
All those are maybe small
yeah,
stars we
yeah.
don't even see. We don't even.
Yeah, like see, like these ones here, like that. These four here would be look exactly like Sirius. I would be able to prove that to you. And then even these ones here, they got color to them at the bottom. These three here, you can see that there's color. And I like this one here too. This is interesting how there's no, have I taken a picture of this before?
Which picture?
This I remember 4 stars. I wonder if but I don't think I've taken a picture of it. Maybe I have. Screenshot. I'll have to look at it. These stars here, that just reminded me of something. Especially this one here. You can see that there's color to it. Hey, so if I would ever find that independently in my binoculars, I would be able to take a picture of that. But as of right now, I want to get other stars, like the bigger stars. This is part of the Milky Way. So my main purpose of taking pictures of the Milky Way is to take pictures of the firmament. That's my main purpose right now. So.
Tell me something if you can explain me it, because I'm not an expert in that. But you see that you can see some colors around the star, but the star is like white. So why is it like this? Like what does it mean? Like does it mean that the whole star is like colorful and that you don't catch the colors?
It would. Well, according to me, these 5 stars would probably look like the star Sirius.
Yeah.
Like that one with the frequency on the top and the bottom, the good, nice and clear one,
Mm-hmm.
Because the white coming through here has got to be the middle of that star.
So that's the hardest point of the star is the white part.
Yeah, maybe if there is a temperature to them, I don't know.
Yeah.
And the thing is, maybe they make sound. I don't know. Because it would be strange if they were just quiet, like did nothing. I don't know. It's weird. This one's a good. Oh yeah, these ones here. These are. Let's do this one. Yeah. So yeah, like this. Oh no, that's the same picture. But so I changed the light contrast in the picture we just looked at, and now you can see.
Yeah. It's clear that it doesn't look that there is depth. It looks like
no. Yeah, like this. Yeah, like this star here is not. Like I can't even point. It's not further in distance. It's right beside this one. It's right beside this one. This one. They're all side by side.
Wow.
It's like if you were standing on the street with 10 people holding hands.
So that's the secret. That's why they push that that stupid lie that the more the brightest the farther
Yeah, like these ones.
Look at this. And even though you can say that it's like a cloud or something, like some kind of, nebula or something, but it's still thick. It's still like there's still thickness.
Yeah.
But still, since there are shadows, so it shows that it's not just like a cloud. Maybe you can have a shadow on a cloud. I don't know, but it seems solid. It seems something like soft and solid.
Yeah. And speaking of shadows, I don't know if I'm seeing that too, but in this general area, I don't know if this black stuff are shadows of these stars or they're just deeper holes. I don't know, but it almost looks like shadows. Well, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't look like shadows to me now. I don't know. No, I think those holes are deeper, like deeper areas like this and this.
But you know what I can imagine now is like the way I see these first pictures. I can see that those things are like it's like they've been thrown into that matter, that dark matter that is just it's been thrown there, and it's possible it comes from here. It's been thrown around, and it's stick there. It's just like it sticks there.
Yeah.
It's the impression I have because I'm trying to understand the logic behind that, even if there are technologies and sciences that we don't understand, but
oh sure, yeah,
there are still there's still some logic we can. Wow, check it out.
Yeah, this really confuses me. This box. I showed this.
And it's not that they don't have like regular shapes. So I know that they're changing shapes because they're like blinking or something. So you catch them like
Yeah,
this and like this.
this isn't natural. Like that was forcefully put like that somehow. Like that's weird. I don't know. Like even in nature, you don't see a complete square in nature unless somebody went there and did it themselves, like a human or a machine or something. That's weird.
And the thing is, what is the energy that gives them light? Because they have to take. This is like basic physics.
Yeah,
Something that gives light has to have a source of energy.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is how we debunk, the Big Bang. Our Jewish
Oh,
rabbis, they just debunk this very easily because they say, okay, in the beginning there was an explosion. Say, okay, no problem, but where is the material for the explosion? Because you cannot have an explosion without chemicals, without something, without like some kind of matter, to explode. So if there was an explosion, where does the matter for the explosion comes from? And this is
yeah,
also just like to debunk the evolution. It's we use the eye because they say, okay, then the fish comes out on the earth and then slowly just evolves into a human being. But how about the eye? That means in the beginning you're like blind, and then you have like you see you see like
yeah,
blur, and then so that's bullshit. Because everything in the human body just proves you that everything was like made like in one time, like it was like instant. It's not like something that can evolve. It's not possible.
yeah,
So well,
yeah.
so
So
that's the moon, of course.
yeah, the side by side. I like doing this. I love this one because you take these so-called craters. They got these half crescent shadow shapes here, in these dens,
Yes.
and we got the exact thing. Like I'm not even suggesting anybody who looks at this picture can agree with me that these holes, these indents, impressions look exactly like these.
Okay. So then I have a question. If it's true, and I believe it looks like it,
Yeah,
then what could be the moon? So some kind of ancient sky map, something that shows you where ancient stars used to be placed and before they got removed. So you
yeah,
just have the trace of ancient stars on that on that layer there, but the stars are not there anymore. So
yeah,
if it was
yeah.
this, that
I
means it would be traces of ancient stars that just disappeared.
Yeah, that I know. That's what I was wondering what these indents were. I don't know why they're there. Like to me, I think they were possibly stars in the past. I don't know. Maybe the light diminished like 5,000 years ago, and we don't have a record of that because we've only had optics for however long. So, um, but in relation to that, what was I going to say now? Yeah. So if the moon is looking like the firmament, where did the moon come from?
This is a very good question. We have to learn but almost
Yeah,
everything. We have
my
to unlearn what we have been taught,
yes,
and
my tiny theory is that the moon came from the firmament. I can't prove that, but I do have evidence of it right here in front of us.
yes,
So
actually, that's true. That you can see that there is a nice
yeah,
comparison. It doesn't prove anything, but it
yeah,
indicates a very good possibility that, of course,
yeah, exactly.
it might be like a representation of an old firmament or an
Hmm.
ancient firmament. We know again in the Torah that before our current cycle of time, which is for us Jews 5,700 years and something ago, there was another civilization on Earth. We know this. There's many writings about this. So we know there were different worlds before, and we also know that we also see that God created thousands of worlds and destroyed them. So
Hmm.
of course that Earth has a past. Earth has billions of years old. You know the creation is not about the creation of the Earth, which is much older. Is the creation of mankind, of our new civilization. So the thing is that, of course, that can refer to ancient, situations, ancient, worlds that existed before ours. But we have to understand, what it means. We have to understand all this
Yeah,
because This is amazing.
I,
And
I,
in that case, what does that give us?
yeah,
Why giving us that information? Okay, there were like ancient worlds, or this was an ancient map of the skies. So why is it so important for us, to to know that? So what do we do with that kind of information? So all this we have to to cook. We have to to
yeah.
think about. So well, this is well, we're entering a new age of knowledge.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I like how Serge here says that he thinks me saying that the stars are inches or feet between the stars is funny, but okay, let's take these two stars. How far are they apart? They're not miles. I can tell you that much. These two stars, they're almost touching. Okay, so they're probably what 20 feet. Okay, maximum.
It's tough at that point to check it out. It's very hard to put like distances on those things because we
No,
don't
I
even
know
know
that,
how
but
far they are.
no, I
But they're not billions of years away. That's for sure.
yeah. Well,
That's
and
fine.
the thing is, like they're literally side by side. Like it's mental. Like, and then if I went back to that other one back at Banjo's thing, is it over here or where was that picture again? I think it was over in. Where's the one with the, yeah, this. Okay, these are two stars. So
Yeah.
now how far are these apart? Like seriously, like I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna
No,
do some experiments. Yeah.
I'm trying to take that now from a different angle. We know, according to what's written in the original scriptures, that the stars actually were put into the firmament, but actually it's not called the firmament, it's called the sky's dome. And since the skies is it in itself the name of the dome, so you can translate the dome of the dome. That means
Hmm.
that if there was like a layer into the dome.
Yeah.
So officially, that's what the original text that tells you, that those things were put in the dome of the dome, and that they were put in fact in order for us to have a frame of reference, about the times, like it's going to be for us, it's going to be to help us to define, the years, the month, and the days, and the special events. So those things actually are instruments of time. So now I'm watching all this, and it looks like a big mess. It doesn't look like very much, like organized. It's like thrown away left and right like this. But actually, they're supposed to, according to the Bible, to the Torah, they're supposed to be instruments of time. That means that we can measure, times, with those things.
Yeah.
So I'm just throwing this into the pot, just to 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 know if it can help us to figure things out. But it's very hard to connect the dots here, because it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
So that there is no depth, that's one good point.
Yeah.
That there are not thousands of billions of years ago, that's also a good point. That debunks that bullshit. Now again, why are they placed like this, and what gives them the energy, and
Hmm.
well, there's so much to answer. I believe that when we'll take our world back, from these people, we'll have all the means to just check things out. We'll also have access to the informations they already have, and to new informations, and then we'll be able to understand what we don't have the means yet to understand. That's the problem. We're doing this with no means. We just, like, we don't have the NASA budget and tools, and
Yeah.
so amazing. Nothing to say. It's like crazy.
Oh yeah. No, it is. Yeah. And then again, like some of these, like what's in between here? I don't know what's between. Like unless they're connected, some of them. I don't know. It's weird. Like I said, it looks like tadpoles running through the lake or a stream.
Just to answer to Serge here, how can you say that there is no depth? Well,
Well,
two
there is
things.
no.
First, it's very easy, because first of all, you can see that there are shadows you know, under or next to those stars there, and then between the stars you can see, you know, like little, you know, path, like, you know, you can see that it's not empty. It's
Yeah.
you know, it's they're connected somehow. This is how we understand that there is no death. Like you cannot see through them, you know, on the other side. You know, it's like
Yeah.
blocks. Looks like they've been, you know, they've been, you know, placed onto like a, you know, a soft, you know, tissue like this. You know, like
Yeah. They're
so.
not. They're
This is
not.
only what we
Yeah.
can only, you know, imagine what, you know, according to what we see. That's it. Now, of course, we have to investigate further. But that's how.
Yeah, and they're not looking. They life. They're not opening up their eyes properly because you can see lines connecting these things, and they're side by side. They're not further into the screen. They're literally all here on the same level. They're all literally every single star on this page, on this screen right now, are side by side.
Tell
You
me
know,
something about the shadows. Do you see that the shadows are all going into one direction? Have you had the, you know, have you taken the time to check that out? Are the shadows are all going in one direction or different directions? You
yeah.
know,
I don't even know if these are shadows. I don't think I've seen shadows. I don't know.
well,
Uh,
we talked about it before. I think it's shadows. You can see that there is, like, you know, next to those stars, there are, like, you know, like small shadows. It looks like it. I don't know if it's
yeah,
shadows.
like right. Yeah, no, I think those are. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, like on that one picture here. Not this
That's the
frame.
whole point of, you know,
Yeah,
showing that there is no
the
depth. Is that
shadows.
apparently there are shadows.
Yeah, like these in
Yeah,
the indents and the craters. Yeah,
yeah.
this is weird. I don't know
So
why
that
that.
means that the source of light will be the Earth itself. That means that the Earth is reflecting somehow,
Well, it's
uh,
either that or the stars are doing that.
or the stars themselves. Yeah, yeah, possible
Yeah.
also. So
Um.
that means that the stars then there will be like, you know, they have like that three dimensional, like just they're like, you know, maybe, you know, taller, very tall. You know, that we don't see the, you know, their you know, their height, but they're taller than what we see, and then they can spread the light, you know, around them. But again, we have to check that. We have to, you know, analyze all these stars and all these pictures, you know, one by one,
Yeah.
and draw conclusions. It's a big job. It's a
Yeah.
big mission.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to a video here now. These guys are not understanding what's going on in the pictures here, so I'm gonna go to a video here and show them the stars. Um. Let's go to a different one here. I like the one with this one. Screw pictures when you can go to the live video right here. Let's go frame by frame. This is the video of the star Sirius, like no one
Yeah,
has ever gotten before. That's for sure.
yeah, it's blinking, of course. Wow. So what does it have to blink? That's what I don't understand. What does it have to blink? What's the point of blinking?
Yeah, and this blue light is just a laser.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, and so, but okay, let's get that stuff.
that means there is energy flowing through that thing there. That's a
Oh,
blinking.
sure. Yeah,
That's a blinking. Is the energy is not like stable, I
yeah.
believe. So that's why you have like differences of, you know, of intensity. Wow, that makes me mad to see that, you know, we have now to
Yeah.
discover all these things. You know, we had, like, you know, hundreds of years to know all these things, and to
Oh, sure.
now we have to, you know, to start from scratch because of these people that lied so much. Oh man, I hate them. Uh,
Yeah, these guys in the chat are just they're loopy.
Well,
They
what
don't,
happened?
they don't know what stars look like. These guys, some of them, they're just in there causing trouble. And this is like this is one in a million chance. Like at least in this area, I'm eventually hopefully going to get to Nevada, like like where Las Vegas, area, and hopefully get into the desert area where it's drier, and just kick the crap out of these stars and the Milky Way and the firmament and everywhere.
Hmm. I tell you something. Um, we can use your discovery in order to, to test people. With what you have to show normally. Again, a normal, true flat Earth channel should only be interested into the, publishing,
Yeah.
your discoveries. So you should go around and go and ask, to be published, to ask to, to have podcasts and live streams about this, and see, who's who doesn't want to take you on, and for what reason. Because this is so important. It debunks lots of things. So that'll be interested to know why though don't people just like diffuse that, just spread that around, shed
Oh,
light on that discovery.
yeah, yeah. This was a video. I'll just play this music.
Do you think that tail there that you can see is energy coming out or going in? I'm talking
Yeah,
about the lower part of that thing there.
yeah. Well, this is a good one to talk about too because you see how this is. This looks like
Yeah, it looks like it gets. Yeah, I believe that the up part is going in and the low part is going out because it looks like it's getting cold and then the light disappears. So there is no
yeah, yeah,
the heat or the intensity just disappears. So I believe it comes in from above
yeah,
and it comes out from below, like
yeah,
the way we see it on the picture.
yeah. We can let me
that
go to that one, the
that will
actual video here. This one here.
that will be interesting to draw like a line to see where does that energy come from, if it's possible. I don't know, because again, we're limited with the pictures that you have. It's not easy to detect things, but
Yeah, this frame right here. I would love to slow this down on some kind of a program. This frame right here. I want to know, like, literally go
what
millisecond to millisecond. You see?
well, send me the picture, send me the video, and I have a program that can do that, I
Oh
believe.
yeah, yeah. Like I just this frame, it was at right at 6 seconds, and I just want to find out what the like if it's like a spring on a car, type of thing that where does it collapse on itself? And yeah, no, I'll send that to you for sure. Um, and what else is here? Do, 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 do. Yeah, I guess we can probably throw up the
There's a question I don't understand. Is the Southern Cross rotates around the Southern Pole Star? Well, there is no southern pole, on Earth. We know that because the Earth is flat, so the south is all around. But I don't know what you mean by southern pole star, or no, it doesn't rotate around the southern pole star. I don't understand the question. Do you know what he's talking about?
Yeah, no, it's which oh, that please answer yes for the Southern Cross. It rotates around the southern pole star or not. It doesn't rotate around the southern pole star. No, there is no pole star, so it goes on the outer edge of the circle. It rotates around us just like everything else.
Mhm. Yeah,
Uh,
that's a good suggestion from Polkis here that tells you that you might create a group of people that can dedicate themselves to analyze all the observation. That's a good idea.
hmm
How you can do that, check it out. But it's a good idea to have a group of discussion, maybe on Facebook or some place.
Yeah, I'm wondering when you put this through your program. I'm wondering if I think these first parts. I think those are solid with this thing, but I'm wondering what happens next. This comes out, and then that comes out, and then it can.
Well, I believe it comes in. You know why? Because the top, on the top, you see that it's bright, so it means there is energy there.
hmm
So the energy is like getting stronger and stronger. But at the bottom is the contrary, it's the opposite. So it's getting weaker and weaker.
Yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
believe that I believe it's the exit. The exit is down and the entry is up. I don't
Yeah.
believe it's like two exits. I believe it's like it receives somehow an energy that's being
Yeah.
amplified somehow until it gets to that center
Okay.
there,
So
and then it decreases.
yeah, it's gonna come down and then intensify, or this would be the meeting
Yeah,
point, and then it would loosen up or get weaker this way. Yeah. It would jump out of the front. Well, I don't even know. I don't even know what it's. I'm trying to figure them out. So
yeah, I know, but there is some kind of logic behind this, because
yeah,
there are laws, in the world that don't change, and even if the technology changes, there are
sure.
basic laws.
Yeah,
And in order for you to have like something that is lit, that is like has energy, it has to have something that gives it energy,
yeah,
and so it has to come in and to come out, to go out somehow. I don't know how, but and here you can see that there's something coming in, and it just like opens up and spreads,
yeah,
gets bright, and then goes goes out. But it's but the middle stays bright, so that means it's a continuous energy that comes in. You have to know where it comes in from. It's not from behind too. That's also an argument, to prove that there is no depth, because you
yeah,
can see that it comes from the same dimension. It doesn't come from behind. You know, it comes from up and down. So there is no behind. So that's interesting.
yeah. No, I love it. Yeah, it's good. No, it's good to get a different point of view on thing, perspective from you too. Because you've got
Of course,
everybody else has different ideas and thoughts, and
that's how it works. You have to gather people.
yeah,
Different people from all over the place. They have different ways to think, different ways to analyze things, and this is what makes the wealth of the flat Earth movements. Because we are like we use all our differences,
yeah.
uh, in the same direction. So this is very powerful.
And then so this one here, this is Capella, and you notice the different angle. Hey, this one's almost laying flat in relation to the other one, remember?
Yeah, yeah,
So this one was further northeast because of the dome. Hey, so as it comes towards me, it'll come this way up over the dome. Hey, just
okay,
just like this back at this picture, it's not. This one's at a like almost like a 10 o'clock position. This one's at the 2 o'clock position because this one's in the west. This one's
yeah.
in the east. You know,
But
so
you see
they're
that the energy comes out from the same sides. It's the
yeah,
same, the entry and the exit are, from the
yeah,
same sides. It
yeah.
doesn't
But
change even
but
if the
but this
orientation
this
is.
this comparison shows that there's a dome because there's an angle this way and an angle this way. And as they move through the sky or the firmament rotates, that's the perspective we get.
Well, I'll tell you something. If those things are like, caught into some kind of a dome, some kind of like, an
hmm
ice, place there, or whatever. So it's possible that there are some gases, or a gas, some kind of a gas, or some kind of energy, spread all over that closed layer there. and out of which these things take the energy. I don't know, but the energy has to come from somewhere, and I don't believe it comes from the earth.
Yeah.
It has to come from up there, from the, and then therefore from the dome somehow. So the dome can act as I believe a source of energy. Is possible. I don't know how. Don't ask me how, but I'm trying to understand these things. But it's clear
Yeah.
that with your pictures,
Yeah.
it brings us to think about all those things, the way we've never thought before.
And so this shot here is what I'm doing is showing the expansion of the frequency and then the collapse. What happens in between? So it goes out and then in. So that's what the star on the left looks like when it collapses on itself, and then that's when it shoots out. So yeah, that's what I was.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you see that the white part is like being divided in half now, and there's like half colored.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
well, this, so it's going down. Wow.
yeah. It's I.
So I'm asking you a question. The binoculars that you use is like a 120 by something by 80 or something.
Yeah. Just give me 1 second here. I'll finish with the screen sharing here, and I'll get back on the screen here, and I'll. Okay, so yeah, I've got two sets. So this is the smaller set. These are 20 by 80s.
Yeah.
Celestrons. These are what I generally use because there's a single focusing knob here, which is very easy to focus and it doesn't interfere with what I'm trying to do. Um, on the big ones here, the 25 by 100s, um, these eyepieces focus individually, which is kind of annoying because when you put your phone on here, the weight of the phone makes the eyepiece rotate just like a quarter of an inch. So now whatever you put in focus is now out of focus.
Uh,
So it's so frustrating. But when you on a clear night, if you want to see that ceiling above our heads, you use these binoculars.
so I'm asking you a stupid question. Are there like bigger binoculars we can get, so we can get like even better pictures? Do you have something bigger than
Yeah,
that on the market? I'm talking like on the market that regular people
yes,
can get.
there. I don't want to bring up the story, but I'll just there is somebody that might be helping me out in the future. Um, I'm not going to mention any names. We are going to get uh, the best quality binoculars that you can buy. They cost $4,000 American.
That's okay. That's fine. It's not. It's
Yeah,
not.
and so when I get those, and when I go to like I'm not paying for them, they're gonna be kind of donated to me. I'm obviously gonna hopefully pay them back at some point in my life, but um, when I get those, I'm gonna go to the desert somewhere where there's drier air, and I will kick the crap out of these stars. We will find out exactly what they look like in high definition, and we will find out what the firmament is in high definition. It will be absolutely amazing. I could probably even do that right now with even just the binoculars I have now.
So,
I
so wait
just,
a sec. So,
I
so
just,
what is the power of those
they are,
it's like 150, 200,
no,
500.
they would be about the same as they're 25 by 100s, or you can get the other size, which is 120s. So
Also, there's not like 200 by 300 or something like this.
no,
There is.
no, 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 no. It's the quality and the and they're actually I think they're bigger than the ones I got, but it's the quality and the conditions that you could use them in. They're not going to fog up.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
yeah,
it's all about the lens. It's all
yeah,
about the lens.
exactly.
Yeah.
They're totally going to be like high definition, and yeah, and they're all hand built. At this one guy was I can't remember this. I should probably send you the link to those binoculars too. It's kind of cool. They're called it's abbreviated BT 100s or 120s. I don't know what the B and the T stands for. I don't didn't really look it up, but yeah, these binoculars are freaking amazing, man. Like I'll show them to you.
And how about if you get a better cell phone, like what kind of a cell phone do you
Well,
have? I have like
I've got a Samsung Galaxy. I've got a good one. I don't buy cheap phones. I
yeah,
got
yeah, me too. I have
yeah,
like
yeah.
a S20
I do YouTube filming. I have to have a good phone, so it's my main purpose. Like people say, "Oh, Mike has a crappy phone." I'm like, when was the last time you even looked at my phone? How do they even know that? Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
just
know.
they'll just say anything they want to get me to stop doing what I'm doing because
Well,
I'm kicking the crap out of the
yeah.
falsified.
Apparently, what you found out is disturbing. Of course.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. And also for the people that are listening, I'm going to repeat this again. I have filed to sue the Canadian Space Agency. That's what I'm doing. Okay. For fraud and
So then
fakery.
for what? So then for what? What do you suing them for? Like what? For what? For what did they
Fraud,
do?
fakery, conspiracy, anything. Everything and everything. I'm
Well,
suing the crap out of them. And I hope we go to trial because I'm going to educate the damn judge when I'm there. I will tell
yes,
him because you
that's
know
it.
what? He's going to have a problem when I show up in court because you know what? When we swear on the Bible, I got no problem with that. I will tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth because that's what I do. But the same thing what happens with the Canadian Space Agency, if they swear on the Bible to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, I'm going to be like, "Excuse me, Your Honor, they just lied on the Bible. So this case is over. Goodbye. Thank you very much."
I tell you something. The reality, I believe, is that you cannot expect, I believe, to win against these people because they are too powerful. But what
Yeah,
you can
no, I
do,
know.
it's and that's the objective. I think you should
Mhm.
keep on, is just to uh, to expose them. It
Yeah,
doesn't matter if you win
yeah,
or don't win, but on the way to attack them, you're going to expose things and you're going to make people think, and that's
yeah,
also a good way to diffuse what you have to diffuse. And I believe it's a good way to
yeah. I'm
you
just going
know
to answer this question. I know you guys want me to show you a photo of the moon with my binoculars, but I don't do that. That's why I have my P1000. I take pictures of the moon with my P1000 because binoculars, they give you a colored ring around the moon, which doesn't work too well for me. I like to get it liquid crystal through my P1000. Thank you very much. Why don't you show me a photo of real space and a real star? Can you do that? Or are you just going to go to Google and show me a cartoon? Why don't
well
you do that?
actually what you've shown us so far is not published, so
Yeah, and
that's
I
fine.
know, but they want me to do all these things. Well, see, that's what I'm doing. I go out and I do the work. I do the laser experiments. I do the. I got to show people my car too. Here, let me show you a video or two here.
Yeah, I saw your call.
Present. Yeah, I can still share my screen. Am I doing that right now, or just hold on? Let me check. Yeah, you just allow me to share my screen there for a second there, and I'll bring up a video here. Videos, or we could do live. Let's do live. I was in the park with my car summer.
Well,
Yeah.
Sergio, just to answer that, of course, it's not dreaming. Don't believe. Mikey is a fool. He's not a fool. That guy is like he's sharp. Believe me, I've seen through him. It's very sharp. And I tell you that again, the point is not to win because he knows that he cannot win. He's not stupid. But anyways, he
Mhm.
can, while attacking them, while suing them, he can expose, a lot of, truths, to people, to the courts, to the media, to anything. And that's the point. The point is not to win. The point is just like, shed light on, what's going on. So, that's just to answer what you said.
And I just had my car there. Oh yeah, there's probably where's there's all my I got my car covered in stuff.
Well, the good thing about your car is that if cops want to to stop you, I believe they won't even try to bother. They will say just forget about it. We don't have the strength to stop that guy.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
let him go. Let him go.
yeah. So I got the flat Earth map on the hood there. That's permanent. That's a permanent sticker and a billboard and yeah, signs there. Mm. Out in the park, setting stuff up, driving around. I got oh, what else is there? Let's go with yeah, so hopefully we can get some more let's do this one, I guess.
It's like a magnetic thing, right? You can take it off.
Not the one on the hood is a sticker, but the doors are magnetic, yes. The door signs are magnetic. The hood is aluminum, so I had to get a sticker for that hood.
See, I see the video, and I am saying that it's amazing how you know how people like you can take the time to invest yourself just to promote the truth. Most of the people today they don't care. They just don't they have no time. They have their own problems, but so do you. So that do I. So we all have our problems, but
Yeah,
look at the time you invest. Look at the money you invest. Just to do whatever you can with the little means that you have. That's very honorable. This is good. This is hopefully we'll manage to have more money. We're trying to do something with the
yeah,
Alliance of the Dome, so we're gonna try to collect money one way or the other. And among the things we're gonna do with that money is also to support channels like like true channels that really deserve to have support. So hopefully God willing, if we succeed into what we want to do, we'll be able to help guys like you
yeah.
and others to just like promote the truth, see what happens.
Oh, I know. They want a video. Oh, what is this? Easy vids. What's this? No, I gotta go back to. Did I click on the wrong one there?
What are you looking for, like a picture of the moon?
Yeah, I recorded a video of a few lights going by it there. Oh, it's probably in the. Oh, there was a moon video. There was it. Stars in the well. That's probably just a video. Oh, here. Crescent moon lots of lights fly by. There, that's through the binoculars. The moon, that time, I think, or no, I don't know what I was using here. Probably the P1000. I don't know what I was using.
You can write it in the description of the video.
No, but I usually. Yeah, there was a lot of these lights flying by. See right there? A lot of these lights.
I don't see. What do you show us here?
Top left. I'll put my cursor right where the light is there.
Okay.
And there's a few of them throughout the video.
I see a very fade, thing there. There are videos of the moon. I saw that you can see the stars through the moon.
Yeah,
You know,
I haven't done that yet. I'm trying to.
so that's also interesting.
I possibly have gotten Mars the one time, but can't confirm that 1,000,000%. But
This is interesting because it could go against what we just said, that there is no depth, because if the moon has the same texture of that space that you show us, but somehow sometimes you can see stars through it, that means that thing can be penetrated according to the sunlight, to the light you put on it. I don't know. It's interesting. We have so much to discover, so much to understand. It's like, wow.
oh yeah, that's crazy, man. That's why we all got to teach ourselves now. It's crazy.
Yeah, we have to teach ourselves because nobody will. And what's funny is that people can do what you've done. It's not it's not complicated to get like a pair of binoculars, and a phone, and people could do that, but nobody really takes the time to do it. Of course, it takes time and money and efforts, because you cannot just go out and start shooting, because you have to have the right conditions. So I believe you had to come back, to film there like many times until you had clean pictures. So it's not easy. People usually work and they don't have the time to do this. But it's important.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know what else to do here, but I can go back to the film, back to the.
Well, I think we've seen a lot. It's like almost like an hour and a half with like streaming.
Yeah.
So we can end that stream soon. But well, but I tell you, I'm amazed. But I'm amazed of what you've done. And even though I've seen these pictures before, I'm still keep on being amazed by the quality of your pictures and the importance it might have. So we have to publish this. We have to just talk about it. We have to try to debunk it. Of course, also that's the best way to prove it's true.
Yeah.
But it's if I were you, I'll try to get these binoculars as soon as possible, as soon as you can.
Yeah.
I know it's a question of money and everything. I don't know where you can buy them from. Send me a link where you can buy them from. See what I can do.
Yeah, from Amazon for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's interesting. That's interesting because you should go to the next level. Should just like
Yeah. Oh sure. Yeah.
progress on that whole thing. So what do you have to say? For exiting the show.
Yeah.
What are
No,
your last words?
I think I'm good, man. I'm good. We're just gonna keep spreading it and hopefully get on some more platforms there, more YouTube channels, and yeah.
Yeah, just keep on doing what you do, and just focus on trying to get these binoculars there.
Oh yeah. And just as long as I get some clear skies, I'll be good to go. I just yeah.
Let me know if that guy cannot help you and everything. See what we can do.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm also short with the money, but there's always ways to
Yeah.
So let me know. Let me know what's going on, because that's important. I want that thing to progress. Okay.
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah.
So we'll talk later, and meanwhile, congratulations.
Yeah.
And,
No, thank you for taking the time to have me on. And
well, I tell you something. It's nothing to think. It's like so I had to.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly.
With flat earthers, we have to do it.
Yeah.
I'm just tired. I'm sick and everything, but it doesn't matter. We have to do this. We have to.
Yeah.
We have to share that. If not, what's the point? Okay, my man. So take it easy. And we'll talk whenever you want. If you have something new, just let me know, and with pleasure, we'll podcast.
Okay.
Take
Take
care.
care,
Take
man.
care.
Thanks a lot.
Take care.
Yeah.
You're
All right.
welcome. Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.